With so many choices out there when it comes to TWS earphones, it's becoming increasingly more confusing as to which ones you should buy. I've still only tested a handful of different TWS buds, so I'm not an expert on the subject, but I can share some insights on the ones that I've tried, and that's what we're doing today with the Sabbat E12 Ultra. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. Welcome to another review. Quite a nice box. Quite nice indeed. Actually, the overall package that you get, I'll start off with the overall value is pretty good. The price is around $79. I think you can, in some places, get it cheaper than that. And check out the quality of this booklet that you get inside. Look at that. It is not often that you see anything under $100 come with, like, that's good quality, thick card. Now I know this doesn't have any, this doesn't make a difference to how good the earphones actually are, but it certainly gives you a nice impression when you're opening the box. I mean, that is quality, man. Nice little case, nice and simple. You've got a USB-C port on the back, and just above the port are 4 little LEDs that show you the battery level of the case. Little Sabbat branding on the hinge there, which is quite a nice touch, subtle touch. Plain on the front. As you open them up, there they are, quite nice. I'll just have a look at them now. Pretty nice. They're obviously just plastic, constructed of plastic, silver faceplates. This one is called, believe it or not, the Bingbo Silver. I'm not sure what a Bingbo is. I'll try to remember to look that up later. A physical tactile button on both faceplates, which I prefer over the touch sensitive ones because I don't end up pressing them by accident all the time. As far as comfort goes, I find these pretty comfortable. Not the most comfortable TWS that I've tried, but they're pretty good. With the right tips in place, they feel nice and secure in my ears. I take these out running with me quite often, and I've never had a problem. They've never fallen out, or they never feel loose or anything. So yeah, pretty good in terms of comfort. Light, nice and lightweight. They're just plastic, but the build quality feels quite rugged. I've been treating these pretty roughly, just taking them out running quite often, shoving them in my pocket, well, in the case and in my pocket, but they're holding up quite well so far. So as I said, the price of these is around $79, which is pretty common for a TWS. There are obviously cheaper ones. There are obviously much more expensive ones. These are about the middle ground, fairly common price point. So there's lots of competition in that area. Excuse my sweaty hands. It's summer here. Very, very hot. And one other thing I really like about this case is it accommodates larger tips. No worries at all. As you can see, these, well, I don't have anything to compare them with at the moment, but these are larger than the average tip, and they fit in there perfectly, as you can see. Love it. That's another bonus. You get this little carrying pouch in the bag. I haven't used it myself, but it's nice to have. All right. Now I just want to show you the pairing process and how easy it is. This is the FIO M6. Obviously these have been connected to this already, so they're already set up and paired, but I'll show you what happens and show you how fast it is. I will repeat the voice prompts that I hear as I hear them so you see how it works. So what I do, I normally keep the Bluetooth turned off to save battery power when I'm not using it. So I turn on the Bluetooth, and as soon as that is up and running, I take the earbuds out, power on, connected, and we're done. See, look at that. That is brilliant. So from there, I can go back to my main screen, or back to the VO player, I should say. And boom, I'm listening to music. That is awesome. And that's why I use these so often lately, because they're just so reliable and the connection works so good. When I'm done, I go back to Bluetooth and I turn that off. And I get a disconnected prompt in my ear. And they just go back in the case like that. And there we are. Another thing I love about this is the control functionality of the buttons. Physical tactile buttons, as I mentioned before. So a single press will play or pause. A single press will answer a phone call or hang up. If you hold the button down for a few seconds, I believe it will open up your voice assistant, Siri or Google Assistant. Three taps on the right will turn the volume up. 3 taps on the left will turn the volume down. And yeah, that's pretty much an ideal setup for me. Now, let's see. Compared with my other reigning favorite, the Shanling MTW100, these little guys, I'll leave these open so you can see the size difference. They're a little bit smaller. I do find these more comfortable. They're so cute. Yeah, these are really, really comfortable. Definitely number one from all the TWS that I've tried thus far. These are the most comfortable, and they work almost as well as these, although this one does not have, the Shanling does not have volume control from the earpieces. You need to do that via your source. In terms of sound quality, these are the dynamic driver version. There are 2 versions, by the way. You got these ones with the dynamic driver, and then the other colored ones, I think the black ones and the red ones, come with a single balanced armature driver. These work really well. They do sound better, in my opinion, than the E12 Ultras, but this version 1 is a little bit finicky when it comes to connection. I do have some dropouts sometimes, and they just act a little bit weird sometimes, not all the time. But that's enough to make me, for the most part, pick up these, just because I know they're going to work. But if I want to hear better audio quality, I will choose the Shanling. Like I say, I really should get my hands on the V2, because this is, I just love these, man. They are so good. Not saying anything wrong about the Sabbat though. These are good, man. And I think for the price, these are a really good TWS earphone, as long as you are not expecting something unrealistic. You know, these are for sports, for out and about, for action. You're not going to get a super high res audiophile experience with these. But if you just want something to throw in your ears, fuss free, go out and enjoy some music while you're doing things, can't go wrong, man. So these, yeah, I definitely would recommend these, absolutely. I'm a fan, and I look forward to trying out more TWS in the future. Don't know how long these will be in my sort of top 2 as they are now. I didn't really talk about the sound much. So these are a bass oriented earbud. They're pretty heavy on the bass, and it's not the cleanest bass. It's a little bit woolly, it's a little bit boomy, but like I said, man, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's a sort of typical consumer tuning. So most of your $30 to $100 earphones will sound similar to this for the most part. Yeah, bass pretty big. If you like a bit of electronic and hip hop, these are perfect for that. The mid-range is slightly recessed, but it's quite clear. The clarity is good, and vocal articulation is quite good. Nothing extraordinary about it. It's not pushed too far back. It's a little bit V-shaped, like I said, typical consumer signature. And in terms of the treble, again, nothing particularly good or bad about it. It's mostly lower treble focus with not the best extension, treble extension. There's not much upper treble past, if I remember correctly, about probably 9 or 10 kilohertz. It falls off pretty quickly after that. But you know, man, I'm not judging these so much on the sound quality, because they're to me they're good enough. But what I really like about these is just how well they work, and the battery life, which I forgot to talk about. You know, you're getting 6 to, I don't know. Some of the websites say 8 hours. I haven't actually tested the battery life as such, because I take them out, I use them for like 30 or 40 minutes, and then I put them back in the case, and like that I can go for a week and a half or 2 weeks even, using them almost every day. So I'm not concerned. The battery life is great. I do recommend these. I think they're a great earphone. So that is the Sabbat E12 Ultra. And that's all for this video. So alright guys, don't forget to hit that like button, Parfam audiophile style, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this in the future, if you're not subscribed already. And until next time, I will see you later.